Hey babies, welcome back to another Mono U Affinity video. We're playing the same list as usual, and just as an update, I'm prepping currently for the Modern Showcase Qualifier, which is the highest level of competitive tournament that I've ever played in, so I'm very excited for it, but it's also eating up a lot of my time. Most likely I'm going to be playing Affinity, I might wind up doing something else, we'll see. But let's play some games. Alright, round one with Affinity. This hand is pretty decent. I'd really like to draw a 0-drop creature to be able to use Springleaf Drum. But we have Urza Saga already, we have Thoughtcast so we can refuel once we get blue mana, and a bunch of early stuff to do in a cranial plating, so let's keep it. See what our opponent's on. They didn't reveal a companion. Snow-covered Island Thoughtseize. That could be a lot of things. The basic swamp. I don't know if it matters that it's snow. But them leading on a basic makes me think it might be like Cabal Coffers, Mono Black or something. Ether Spellbomb. Okay, let's go. Darksteel Citadel, Springleaf Drum, Welding Jar, pass. Wanted to go ahead and get the Springleaf Drum down rather than Relic or Ether Spellbomb, because if they're gonna Thoughtseize or Inquisition me, I would like to keep Springleaf Drum as an option for later. Bloodstained Mire, fetches, still could be pretty much anything. Steam Vents, okay. Ledger Shredder. Looks more conclusively like a Grixis Shadow deck now. Weird for them to lead on a basic swamp though, that doesn't happen very often I feel like. We drew Mistfault Bridge. I think because of that I would rather play Mistfault Bridge than Urza Saga here, so know for sure that I get to use Urza Saga to make 2 boys. Play Bridge, pass the turn. This is definitely the type of deck that this hand is good against, because it was not very fast, but it has a lot of action for the late game. I feel like that's one of the more difficult parts of deciding what hands to mulligan away while playing this build of Affinity. Because you'll get hands that aren't very fast but have like 2 copies of Urza's Saga, or some things that you can do like turn 3 and 4, but you can't develop very quickly. They're probably going to take our Thoughtcast here, I'd assume. Ledger Shredder connives twice. Only one of them gets a counter, though. Okay. They discarded a DRC. They take our Thoughtcast, makes sense. And they hit us for 2, down to 18. We untap and draw Sojourner's Companion. Let's play Ether Spellbomb. We'll get to go ahead and play Sojourner's Companion this turn. Let's go ahead and Relic them. Shouldn't be too impactful, but it's still a good thing to get in the habit of doing earlier rather than later. In case they do have like a Delve spell or something. Ledger Shredders, yup. Discards Unholy Heat, okay. Discards another Unholy Heat, okay. Interesting. What do they have to play here? Expressive Iteration, they are digging and possibly triggering their Ledger Shredders more this turn. I might bounce a Ledger Shredder with Ether Spellbomb, I'm not really sure yet. Just to get them a little bit less aggressive at us. They play Polluted Delta and have 3 cards in hand. They can attack us for 5. They go down to 9. Okay. Do they shock? They do shock down to 7. Do they have a Death Shadow, I wonder? I have to assume that's what that means, right? They have a Croxa. Okay. So that's going to deal us 3 and incentivize us to go ahead and pop Relic this turn. Which is kind of fine because I already kind of wanted to do that to see what I was going to draw. They discard a Monkey. And... yeah, I think I'm definitely bouncing this Ledger Shredder and popping Relic this turn. And discards a Fatal Push. What's in their hand, I wonder? I feel like it's got to be mostly creatures, right? We go down to 15, Croxa sacrifices. Opponent goes to combat. We bounce you. Take 3 down to 12. Okay. Secretly, we just want to draw Cranial Plating here so that the game ends. Treasure Vault. Memnite. Not quite game ending. Play Memnite, play Treasure Vault. Combat for 4. Might as well attack in. They don't have Death Shadows yet, so we're not definitely growing anything, although they probably have at least one in their hand. And we know that we're not blocking Ledger Shredder with the Sojourner's Companion, so it doesn't really matter. We want to get their life total as low as possible so that next turn we are more likely to be able to kill them with a Shadow Spear. Opponent plays Ledger Shredder, that's their first spell this turn. If they have a Death Shadow, they might have something big enough to defend themselves. I don't think their removal is going to be the right stuff they need because we have a Welding Jar too. They terminate Sojourner's Companion. Do they have a land into a Fatal Push maybe? For the Construct? They discarded a land. So they might have a land in their hand still. They discard Bauble. Is that it? Alright. Maybe they were fishing to get the right thing off of Connive. But that was strange. We drew a Springleaf Drum, so now I get to kill both of their Ledger Shredders by attacking in with a Lifelinky Boy with Trample. Get Shadow Spear. I might as well play the Springleaf Drum. Equip onto you. Make mana. Make mana. Okay. Weird. Let's bring in... I might want to bring in Tormod's Crypt since they have Croxas. Pithing Needle's also kind of decent against Shadow. Generally, I like Etch Champion against Shadow, but I don't know about it as much anymore since they have all these flyers. Like we saw. Let's get rid of Nettlecyst. Let's get rid of... I think one Welding Jar. Do I want the Etch Champion? I think I do. They get their life total pretty low, and then we can use it to get the last little bit of damage in. Let's cut... Maybe I cut Gingerbrute? Yeah, probably. It's a bit on the easy side for them to kill. So I would not like to rely on Gingerbrute if I have the option. Double Saga, Springleaf Drum, Tormod's Crypt. This hand falls apart a little bit if they Thoughtseize Springleaf Drum, but it's strong enough that I think I keep it anyway. Opponent plays Mishra's Bauble, targets us with it, so it does look like they have discard here most likely. Otherwise they would have targeted themselves. They thought sees us. Do they take the Springleaf Drum, or do they get greedy and take Cranial Plating? They did get greedy. Oh my god. Alright. Maybe they have removal for Drum in that scenario. I think I want to go ahead and play Tormod's Crypt, Memnite. I'll leave the other ones. Or I'll play this one, in case they have Ledger Shredder. So now they only know the Urza Saga in my hand. Opponent plays a Mountain. Plays Ledger Shredder. Okay. I can't believe they didn't take Springleaf Drum. Alright, we would love to draw a Darksteel Citadel here. Hey! You don't have to be good at the game if you just draw the things you need when you need them. Easy peasy. Alright, what you got, opponent? What you got, what you got? Honestly don't know what I'm searching for with this Urza Saga yet. Springleaf Drum could be reasonable. Relic could be reasonable. Maybe Welding Jar to protect my constructs. I don't think Shadow Spear's worth it yet, because that's usually better as, like, the last thing you get in a game, you know? Are you attacking? No. Okay. Is my opponent doing anything in main phase 2 then? Yeah, I think I want to get a Relic to turn off their Unholy Heats. So that I don't necessarily have to pop Tormod's Crypt just for that. Go ahead and make a construct, see if they kill it during their instep. They don't. Thought Monitor, interesting. That actually makes me lean towards Springleaf Drum now. Dress down? Damn it. Okay. Not leaning towards Springleaf Drum as much anymore, I would say. God, Dress down's annoying. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could still just get Springleaf Drum here so I can play Thought Monitor next turn. They're about to have Delirium though, and that could be a little annoying. So I think I want to go ahead and take care of that and get Relic. This way they have to get rid of one of the card types, and then we play Urza Saga and just pass. Leaving Memnite in my hand now because we saw Kroxa last game, and if they play Kroxa, I want to be able to discard Memnite instead of having to discard my Thought Monitor. Because we still have the possibility of, like, top decking an untapped land, making a construct, and then casting Thought Monitor to draw some cards next turn. Thoughtseize. Alright, there goes the Thought Monitor. Never mind about that. I can't imagine that they would take Memnite here. Yep. Opponent's at 13. Plays a fetch land, goes down to 12. Are they shocking? Yep, they shock in Watery Grave down to 10. They play Shadow and get a Ledger Shredder trigger. Do I pop Relic here because I'm not sure if I'm going to have the mana to pop Relic later? I don't know. I feel like if I pop Tormod's Crypt, it would be better if I have Relic after that. So I probably just wait. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, let's just wait. We draw Etch Champion. Okay. That would be a lot better if we had Cranial Plating already. Let's go ahead and play Memnite since they knew about that. And we don't want to trigger their Ledger Shredders if we have the option. And I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to use Relic yet. Because I think there might be a scenario where we use Tormod's Crypt and then tap Relic afterward. Hopefully they don't have another dress down. That would be kind of the nightmare scenario. Death Shadow. Now dress down would definitely be brutal. What you got? Attacking in for 2. Okay. Engineered explosives. Okay, we know how to deal with this. It's going to be obnoxious. Especially with all these damn Mem Knights and the Tormod's Crypt getting owned by it, but... we do have a Needle in our deck. Unfortunately, I can't make a construct here because it'll just get killed by the explosives and then I can't make another construct. So we have to pass. Interesting. Yeah, we don't get constructs from it, but we don't get 4 for 1 either. Needle engineered explosives. Let's play Sojourner's Companion. I think I still want to wait on popping Relic. So let's just pass. They've dealt with 2 Urza Sagas very well now. I don't like that. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks for 3. Still no fetches and shocks from them, so that's a good sign at least. But we are getting slowly beat to death by this Ledger Shredder. Let's pop Relic, see what we draw. Hopefully like some amount of Thought Monitors and whatnot. We will see. Darksteel Citadel. That could unlock Etch Champion for us at least. Silver Bluff Bridge. Do I attack in with Sojourner's Companion this turn? The issue is that it would grow their Death Shadows. So I think I want to see if Etch Champion comes down first, and then decide based on that. Okay, it did. I think that means I do attack in. Opponent takes it. The Death Shadows grow. Okay. So our current plan is block 2 Death Shadows. Drawn in the lock. Okay. Our current plan is block 2 Shadows, take 3, and threaten killing them on the backswing. We'll see how well that works. Fatal Push. Okay. Now we can only block 1 Shadow, unfortunately. So if they drew a fetch land, they can kill us. They thought sees us. That's not a fetch land, but they do get to connive with it. And it gets us closer to being dead, so now they just need a shock or a fetch. Or a bolt, for that matter. So lots of things have us dead now. Let's see if they have them. They didn't play a land. They attack in with everything. No bolts, please. No bolts, please. Oh, we're taking it anyway because the connive grew it. I'm a dumbass. Okay. I forgot about connive also growing. Ledger Shredder there. I think do I want to keep it all the same? I think I'm going to take out Etch Champion. Put Welding Jar back. So I have more effects like that. We will take the play. So this hand has an early Thought Cast and not much else. It kind of crumples to a Thoughtseize. I think I got a mulligan. Alright, this hand is much better. I'll keep it. Let's keep. Let's get rid of... Do I get rid of Relic here? The reason I think I get rid of Relic is... that way they can Thoughtseize away my Springleaf Drum and I can still get another land with Sojourner's Companion. So I think that's correct. I don't like getting rid of Relic since it's pretty good against them, but I think it's worth it. And we'll see what they do on their turn to inform us of what we are doing on ours. If we draw a land, I don't want to cycle the Sojourner's Companion because it is pretty good as a threat against Shadow since it gets through a lot of their removal really easy. Really hard to Fatal Push a 7-drop. I mean, you can do it. Fatal Push lets you target, but you know what I mean. Watery Grave. I assume they're Thoughtseizing us. Yep. What are they taking? I think the clearest choices are either Springleaf Drum or Thoughtcast. But it depends on what else they have in their hand. If they take Thoughtcast, I think I probably just go like, okay, they took Springleaf Drum. That's fine. That's why we kept the Sojourner's Companion. Frogmite, okay. Have we seen Inquisitions from them? I don't remember. I'm wondering if I should run out the Ornithopter. I don't think we've seen Inquisitions from them. I want to know. I think just in case I run out the Ornithopter. Because now if they fire off an Inquisition at us, they can't get anything. And that's pretty funny. I feel like they'd have like at least 2 Inquisitions in this deck. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Yep. Thoughtseize. Cycle Sojourners in response, getting Darksteel Citadel. I should have let their Surveil resolve. I played that a little bit wrong. Hopefully it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't, but still. They put Drown in the Lock in the graveyard, that's fine. They have 4 cards in hand, and they have Delirium already. Do they take Thoughtcast? Yes, okay. We draw another Thoughtcast, interesting. I think I want to just go ahead and get our Construct and the Frogmite down. It might make them a little bit less likely to Thoughtseize us again, and then we can keep our Thoughtcast around. We'll see. We're going to take 3 to the DRC. If they have Unholy Heat, it can kill our Construct already. Blood Crypt tapped, so it doesn't look like they have shadows in their hand. And they pass, okay. What do I feel like they have? There's not much of a point in me not making the Construct, even if they have Dress Down. Because I still need to draw it out of their hand. Up to 6, okay. Do I get Pithing Needle for Engineered Explosives or Relic for DRC? I'm leaning Relic, since that's something that I know that they have. Let's go to combat. Attack for a bunch. Dress down? Yup, annoying. Alright, Relic you. Opponent surveils. Hopefully we get to play this Thoughtcast, and it gets us something good. Surveils to the top, that's spooky. It takes 2 down to 9, and Dress Down kills itself. Alright. Opponent has 5 cards. They're definitely ahead of us on rectangles. Hits us for 3. We go down to 14. What do they have? Got something to play. Grixis. Annoying. How are they going to stack it? I'd like to be able to exile Grixis, but I also definitely don't want to discard Thoughtcast here. Yeah, we're going to have to pop Relic, unfortunately. Because we do need to keep this Thoughtcast so that we actually have a chance. Hopefully they don't have like a Thoughtseize to follow up with. They definitely could, though. That would be very unfortunate. Mishra's Bauble surveils. Yep. And passes. They did not have the Thoughtseize effect. Okay. Let's draw some cards. Hopefully we can draw some more cards. We found Relic. That's good. Good start. Relic you. They can pop Mishra's Bauble to save it if they want to. They do. Makes sense. Play Frogmite. Attack you for 2. They Fatal Push the Frogmite. Okay. That's not the end of the world. They Surveil to the top. That might be. Play Springleaf Drum. And we will pass. We may end up popping this Relic again. But we'll see. I definitely want to before the Grixis can escape. I feel like they probably found like a Death Shadow or something. They found Ledger Shredder. Okay. And Death Shadow. That's unfortunate. Okay, that taps them down at least. Let's see if they have a land to play. They discarded Thoughtseize and played a land. They have 1 card in hand. They fetch down to 8. Okay. They shock in down to 6. What you got? They need a removal spell so that their DRC doesn't just get killed by this Frogmite here, which I'm definitely going to try to do. Because I need whatever I can get, frankly. Silver Bluff Bridge. Okay. Not very exciting. Opponent's at 6. Cranial Plating. Cranial Plating is a pretty good draw. We're at 14. I can force them to block Ornithopter or Frogmite. It's a bit harder for them to remove Frogmite. At least right now, so I think I'm going to use Frogmite. Them blocking with Death Shadow or Ledger Shredder is kind of fine. If they block with Ledger Shredder, that means they need another flyer or removal spell so they can deal with Ornithopter. Okay. And Death Shadow doesn't have us dead instantly unless they have like Temur Battle Rage. We would love, love, love to draw Thought Monitor, both as card draw and as another flyer to just have. Alright, no TBR, please. We take 7. Does our opponent have removal? I guess we'll see. Because we don't have anything. You got removal, opponent? We'll die. Yep, they do. Okay. GG's to our opponent. We will concede to that. Cranial Plating fizzles. I'll play my land to show you what I drew. And scoop. And GG's to our opponent. See you in the next one. Alright, round 2 with Affinity. We won the die roll this time. Let's see. I feel like I've been getting a lot of hands like this lately. I'm going to take a mulligan, because it's not very ideal. God damn it. Mulligan again. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'll keep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I just do it like that and get rid of these. Treasure Vault, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Spellbomb, Frogmite. Go. Will we draw anything good? Urza's mine, so we're against Tron. Sojourner's Companion, that's okay. Attack for 2. What would we like to draw here? We can play Cranial Plating, but we can't equip it yet. They're a turn behind because they did not keep a turn 3 Tron hand. Let's go ahead and draw a card with Ether Spellbomb. On a Cracks Expedition map. Okay. We draw Springleaf Drum. Okay. Get in for 6. If it's our opponent's at 12. Now, if we draw Cranial Plating, we can kill them. Or if they just don't do anything for a little while, of course. Darksteel Citadel. Okay. Let's attack for 6. Okay. Opponent plays Warping Whale as a chump blocker, I guess. A little weird. They take 2 down to 10, and we pass. What you got, opponent? They crack for a green. They still don't have Tron. What the hell? Alright. So you're dead? Because they can play KGC, we just hit them with the construct and they're dead. Okay. We definitely shouldn't have won that game. Our opponent kept a terrible hand for Tron. How did they mulligan? Let me see. They kept 7. For mono green Tron, your entire deck is built around being able to have Tron in time. So if you're not going to have Tron in time, you should mulligan, at least from 7 to 6. Alright, let's do it like that. This hand plays Thoughtcast on turn 2. It's kind of slow otherwise, but I don't really want to get in the mulligan hole like we've been in, so let's keep. And I think I run out my zeros because I think there's a reasonable chance that they bring in Chalice of the Void, since it seems like everybody has those now. I'll leave that Ornithopter in my hand, just in case they have, like, something to blow up 0-drops or something like that. Sylvan Scrying. They still don't have a turn 3 Tron. They might have turn 4 Tron, but this is so weird. Okay. We draw Thoughtcasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's play Ornithopter. Let's play a Thoughtcast. See what we draw. Darksteel Citadel, Thoughtcast. Okay. We'll draw a bunch of cards next turn. I'm not sure how quick our clock is going to be. But we certainly have a lot of redraws. And if they just don't do anything again for a while, that'd be fantastic. They don't play anything. Okay. Let's lead on a Thoughtcast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have an Urza's Saga, but I might not be able to do anything if I play it. Because I can play Urza's Saga, spend 2 mana to play Thought Monitor, and I only get to play my 7s if I draw a 0-drop, and I have 3 0-drops already played, so I think I need to play Darksteel Citadel, unfortunately. We would have drawn another 0-drop. Sad. But, since I drew Springleaf Drum, that means I can play this Thoughtcast and keep going. Maybe have more 4/4s. Got a Frogmite out of the deal at least. Alright, let's see what our opponent has for us. We have a bunch of lands now. If they play KGC and get Bridge, they might be able to beat us. I'm going to Welding Jar this so that I can threaten KGC under a bridge. And I will get an island. Opponent assembles Tron, finds KGC. Okay. They can get Ensnaring Bridge, but we can kill Karn the Great Creator under it. And then they need to draw another one. Okay. In case they have Dismember, I'm going to attack them with everything. They have a dreadfully high life total still, which could be very bad for us. Let's play Urza Saga. We need to find Cranial Plating, and unfortunately, that is not one of the things that we can grab with Urza Saga. So I might have to get an Aether Spellbomb and give myself more looks to see if I can get it. They play Karn Liberated. They plus it. You can take my Treasure Vault. Not too attached to that. Are they going to reset the game with Karn? That'd be kind of funny. Saga ticks up. We drew a Thoughtcast. Let's see what we get. We found a Cranial Plating. How much damage can we do to our opponent? They have 2 cards in hand, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's a pretty good deal. We could also just threaten Karn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I can actually deal 19 damage. They're probably going to minus Karn on Urza's Saga. in this scenario. But they might minus on... They'd probably minus on cranial plating if I play it out. Then again, they would have to unload enough of their hand that it's significant. Urza Saga can get what? Urza Saga could get a Pithing Needle for Karn. It could get an Ether Spellbomb to let me redraw with Thought Monitor. Or it could get a Ginger Brute. Yeah, I think I need to get in for the damage here. And I can actually make a construct. Oh, I can kill them because I can make a construct. Holy shit, okay. I miscounted my mana. My opponent's just straight up dead. So we make a construct. We go to combat. Attack it. No. Attack. 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 Move plating over and see if they have removal. Did we get there? Ah ha 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 ha! Xaxes! Well, I'm glad that I didn't punt that. Holy shit. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Alright, round 3, we won the die roll. Very lucky. This hand's reasonably aggressive. We don't have any of our draw spells, but I get to go... Oh no. I think I can draw better. Let's mulligan. Okay, we have Urza Saga. We have the lands to activate it and some other stuff to do. I think I'll keep. Let's get rid of an Ornithopter. I don't love having the island in my hand, but I want to make sure that I have at least enough lands to activate Urza Saga, since that's the main thing we have going on here. Otherwise, I'd usually bottom it so that if my opponent uses a Boseiju on me, I can get a basic with it. Steam Vents. DRC. Okay. Well, let's make that DRC worse. By playing a Relic. Let's do that to you. Let's play you. And they're probably Murktide, but because they had Bloodstained Mire, they could also be like a Grixis Shadow deck. And either way, I want to go ahead and put Ornithopter out because I want to A, blank their Inquisition of Kozileks if they have them, and B, make it less likely that they get a trigger from Ledger Shredder off of us. We're just planning on spending the next couple turns making construct tokens anyway, so it's not like we were going to play this. It just eats a card out of their hand, and that's fine. They played Swift Spear, which makes it look like... Is it Prowess? Which I haven't seen in a while. They gut shot us? Okay. Good old gut shot. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. They're attacking us for 4. This is definitely a lot less scary than if they let on Swift Spear. Let's go ahead and Relic you again. Do I play the Island or do I play Urza's Saga? I think I just play the Island. They have 2 different card types in their graveyard right now. They play another land, go down to 12. They have 3 cards in hand. Pirate Spellbomb, weird. Why do they play Pirate Spellbomb? Is it just to get Delirium? Opponent attacks for 3. I'll let it through. I don't want them to just use their spells to remove my creature and then get Prowess triggers for it. Light up the stage. Okay. And if they tap out, we can make a construct and then give it lifelink and probably just stabilize from there. They exile double Manamorphose. That's pretty spooky. Alright, let's make the construct. They have 1 card in hand and the Pirate Spellbomb activation up. I think I'd rather just get Shadow Spear and gain some life back here. And play Sojourner's Companion. So let's see. We equip to you. 5. This costs 2 to play. Play Saga. Equip up the boy. If I lead with Sojourner's Companion now, it's possible that they could go in response, Unholy Heat targeting here, Surveil into Delirium, and I'd really rather that not happen. So I'm going to attack first. It gains me a little bit less life, but it's a little bit safer. Okay. And now let's play Sojourner's Companion, since we're back up to 18. Alright. Relic U. And that's it for our turn. Opponent draws a card with Pirate Spellbomb, giving themselves Delirium. Sounds good. They have 3 cards and 2 Manamorphose. There's maybe an argument that I should have left up the Ether Spellbomb for Manamorphose to deal with that, so I can like bounce Swift Spear after it gets a bunch of triggers and then exile the graveyard so that DRC gets small again. But since I gained life, I don't think it should matter that much, I hope. We'll see, I guess. They could just have a bunch of spells and then we can be dead, but we'll see. God damn, that's a lot of Manamorphose. Please, I would like to not be dead here. I guess one of us is going to be one way or another, though, so we'll see. They play Soulscar Mage. Interesting. That means that they could direct burn down at our construct to shrink it. They play another Soulscar Mage. That means we're probably not dead, at least. If they have a Lava Spike, they get 2 more triggers and deal 2 damage to us, putting us down to 16. Do I block or do I not block? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I'm going to die here, so I think I don't block. We draw Sojourner's Companion. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cast Sojourner's Companion. They have 1 spell that they could cast. Alright, let's attack, I guess. Our guy has Trample, so you need to have removal still because we can Ether Spellbomb your blocker. They're taking the 4. Okay. So they're going to cast the spell before we have to do anything? What's the spell? Lightning Bolt. Always yield. Always yield. Okay. Resolves. And bounce you, and I think that gives us Xaxes. Hooray! Alright. Well, that was a good game 1 against them. Game 2 is going to get a bit trickier because I'm sure they have a lot of artifact destruction. I usually like Tormod's Crypt against them to some degree. The artifact destruction makes me like Welding Jar 2, though, is the issue. Nettle Cyst is too slow for sure. I don't want to sideboard too heavily, I don't think. Maybe I just bring in Grafdigger's Cage because it helps me deal with Lava Darts. Maybe I just bring in a couple Metallic Rebukes and treat it like a burn matchup, actually. That seems fine. Gingerbrute doesn't seem great because all their stuff has haste. Is that correct? I think that's fine. Let's try it like this. I haven't played a bunch against Prowess, so I'm happy to just experiment a little bit. I don't have a tried and true strategy against them because the deck is a little underrepresented compared to regular burn right now. I'd assume because of all the low mana cost removal that's been floating around. Makes attacking in with the creatures a little bit less good if you're relying on them more than average. This hand has early Thoughtcast and do some stuff. I think this hand has enough potential that I'm going to keep it. I don't like that it's relatively land heavy, but I still think it's fine. Really just depends on what we draw into. DRC, we draw Ornithopter. Right, we can now play Thoughtcast on turn 1, so I will. Not going to play the Memnite yet because we know that they have gut shots. So I'm going to do it in the right order, like so. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Okay, we're probably in danger then because it's unlikely that we're going to get deep enough into this game that we play all those. Unfortunately. Block you. If they want to ping my Frogmite, that's fine. Alright, Lava Dart, yep. I'd rather get rid of their Surveil creature while I have the option. They sack their land to get rid of the Frogmite. That's weird. They probably shouldn't have attacked with DRC if they were just going to lose that many resources to a damn Frogmite. I guess that means our Memnite's safe for now. We take 3 down to 17. Our opponent has kind of nuked themselves. Relic is a nice draw. I won't complain about that. There's a decent chance we're going to cantrip it soon. I'm going to go ahead and play Silver Bluff Bridge, though. And I'll just pass, leave back Memnite. What you got? Manamorphose? Okay. I wonder if they're going to give themselves Delirium and then have to deal with our Memnite because we pop Relic. Soulscar Mage? Okay. Lava Dart on Memnite. Okay. Opponent Surveils. Let's make a blue mana with the Memnite. And go ahead and get rid of their Lava Dart, I think. They have 1 card. If we draw decently at all, we should be able to stabilize from here, I think, because their board isn't... God damn it, a Welding Jar? That's not what we needed. Alright, I'll block the 1. Hopefully we draw like a Thought Monitor or just a big boy in general soon so we can stabilize on the board. Alright, that's a big boy, and we have a Welding Jar to protect it. So that's not too bad. That should buy us a decent amount of time at least. What a weird game. Alright, what's our opponent gonna have? Tapped land. Okay. And? No attacks? Sweet. Alright. So we've stabilized for now. Cranial Plating is also a great draw. So let's go Darksteel Citadel. Cranial Plating. Because now we have a clock on them on top of defending ourselves. Plating up Ornithopter. Combat for 9. We'll see if they have removal for Ornithopter. If they had a bolt, they probably would have attacked in and tried to kill the Mirror Enforcer. I would think. Smash to smithereens. I'll regenerate. So Smash was their last card, that's fine. It's honestly better than them having a bolt. Lava Dart. Interesting. Yeah, let's still regenerate. And move the Cranial Plating over to Mirror Enforcer so it can block a bit more efficiently in case they get their creatures really big. Alright, so our opponent has Lava Dart and DRC. Are they going to cast the Lava Dart this turn? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we're going to get to attack in with Ornithopter. Mirror Enforcer is a good draw. That keeps us stabilized at least. Move Cranial Plating. Attack for 10. They can shrink it by 1 by using Lava Dart, but that doesn't really make sense. And then I think we should just be able to win next turn pretty easy. I would assume. Let's just pass. I think I'd rather crack Treasure Vault to make 2 treasures than move over Cranial Plating to a Mirror Enforcer, since I have 2 of them anyway. This way we can ensure that we're attacking in with a lethal Cranial Plating next turn, in case we lose some artifacts. Ornithopter, okay. Let's go to combat. I don't want to dedicate the Mirror Enforcers to this yet, I don't think. So let's just see if they have a good enough answer for Ornithopter yet. They're going to double Lava Dart the Ornithopter. Okay. Honestly, fine. We're more scared of them casting spells during their turn than on our turn, so if they keep running through resources like this, I'm okay with it. Because now they have to cast a Lava Dart from their graveyard, getting rid of one of their lands as well. Let's see if they give themselves Delirium. And Blood Moon. Okay. Still not quite Delirium. Let's go ahead and equip. And pass. So they're back to needing a good top deck. Did they get it? They didn't get it. Hooray! Alright. I'll see you in the next one. Alright, round 4 with Affinity. We won the die roll again. We've been on a pretty good streak of that. I mean, we have Cranial Plating, so we have a clock. We have a bunch of redraws. Our hand's relatively slow. Currently, it could speed up quite a lot if we draw an Ornithopter and Memnite, though. I think I'll keep it. I really wish that these weren't all tapped lands. I feel like I've been drawing them more often than usual lately. Let's see. Opponent kept 7 as well. We'll play Mistvault Bridge and pass. Let's see what our opponent's doing. They didn't reveal a companion. They play Wooded Foothills. And pass. Okay. Treasure Vault. I think Treasure Vault means that I play Cranial Plating now. Try to use my mana a bit more efficiently. Next turn I can play Springleaf Drum. Tap. They play another Wooded Foothills and pass. They haven't done anything yet. That's kind of weird. Let's play Springleaf Drum. If we play a tap land, we have 5 artifacts. I can't quite play Thought Monitor yet. So let's just go another Mistvault Bridge and Thought Cast. See what we get. Okay. So we have an Urza Saga we can play next turn, and we have another Springleaf Drum, which is going to reduce our Thought Monitor down to costing just 1. They get Ketria Triome and Stomping Ground. They play Steam Vents, go down to 16. It looks like they're playing Temur Cascade, based on the no cards that I've seen. Let's play Drum, play Monitor. Okay. Ooh, we drew another Monitor. Interesting. Let's go ahead and play Companion. And we drew another Cranial Plating, which is pretty good. Play the other Monitor. Okay. Play Saga. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get in with this Ginger Brute. Equip to you. Tap. Tap. I don't need to do the unblockable thing unless they play a creature. Attack for 11. So they have to pick whether they want to try to block or to remove Ginger Brute here. They remove it, that's fine. That means they're not flashing anything in, which means I can go ahead and play this other Springleaf Drum, increase my artifact count some more, and we are playing against Footfalls Cascade, based on the Dead and Gone. Opponent plays Misty Rainforest. The Footfalls Cascade deck against Affinity is a pretty favorable matchup, I feel like. Definitely game 1, and then game 2 and 3 they get to bring in some interaction that can be a little annoying, like Force of Vigor and Blood Moon and whatnot. But for the most part, we're really good at mitigating their aggro, because what they have over a lot of different decks is that they get to make these 4/4s and have a board suddenly. But that's also what we do. And we do it a little bit faster than they do on average, I'd say. Let's see. Do I play the Cranial Plating? I don't think I do. Let's attack like so. Petty Theft on Plating. Okay. Still not making any rhinos. Do I play the Plating? I think I might as well. I'm not going to be blocking this turn anyway, so I might as well just try to use my mana more efficiently. If they wind up bouncing my Construct or something, that's fine. They would have already been able to do that. Okay, and they concede. Sweet! Easy peasy. Let's see. Alright. Bring in Metallic Rebukes. Cutting. Relic. Relic. Do I want to leave in the Ginger Brute? I'm going to cut a Memnite, since they're going to bring in Fury. I'll leave in the... Well, no, they did see Ginger Brute, so I'm going to take it out. Okay. For a second, I thought that they didn't see it. But they had cast Dead on it when we attempted to get in. This hand doesn't really do much. It plays a Nettle Cyst. We don't have any other blockers. I think I got a mulligan it. Oh my god, no lands. Alright, 3, 4. I think I want to keep the Rebuke. But I don't know. It's hard to play the Rebuke right now is the issue. I'm definitely keeping this hand and getting rid of one of the Rebukes. Rebuke is very powerful, but we can't really play it yet since we don't have a creature to use Springleaf Drum. Maybe I just get rid of the Welding Jar. I think that's fine. It feels a little weird. I'm concerned about them possibly playing a force to get rid of Urza Saga Treasure Vault. But we'll see. Drawing a tapped blue artifact land would be pretty good. No, we draw Urza Saga, which isn't bad. But playing a Mistfall Bridge there would have been nice. Gonna go ahead and hit 8 so that I don't make my opponent think that I have any spells. Do I play Treasure Vault or Urza's Saga next turn? Probably Saga. We get blown out by a force on Drummond Saga, unfortunately, but I don't think we can really help that. So I think we just have to play as if it isn't a thing that they have. They didn't have it there. They might do it at end of turn. Usually they go for it. Okay, they did not have anything. That's pretty good. So no forces yet. They play bad Gemstone Caverns, like a waste. That's fine. Opponent plays Blood Moon. Shit. Okay. We're not actually going to use that mana for anything. But they only have red mana now. So maybe if we draw something that we can play cheap and start making blue mana with Springleaf Drum, we'll be able to get there. All of our lands are destructible now, by the way, which is also pretty unfortunate. In case that comes up. Bone Crusher Giant, okay. Alright, come on, good draws. Mistfall Bridge, not what we needed. God damn it. Any of our cheap colorless creatures would be great so that we can start playing spells. Because if I can draw like Frogmite or even like a Sojourner's Companion, cast Thought Monitor, then I can also hold up Metallic Rebuke. Okay, we found Frogmite. Good start. Our opponent's locked out of colored mana still. 4/4s, please. Frogmite. Almost. Play a land. Alright. Pass the turn. What does our opponent have? Fury. Okay. Exiling Blood Moon from their hand. Gonna go ahead and tap for blue in case they try to play something else. Main phase 1, they don't. That's fine. And we're back to needing to draw something. Because they're slowly beating us down with this Bone Crusher Giant. We draw Ornithopter. I mean, I guess that's fine. Might as well play it. Attack for 2. I want to soften up their life total a little bit because drawing a Cranial Plating could be really good for us still. Because we could suddenly become the beatdown. I think I'll take this one. I'm going to start blocking soon, though. I don't want to go down to 4. Jesus Christ. Another Fury, exiling Prismari Command. This is a really weird game. Let's make a blue mana. Three cards in our opponent's hand, and they pass. Alright, we need to draw something. Welding jar, that's not what we need. Alright, we have one more draw. At specifically getting a 4/4 now, because we need something that can block and kill this Bone Crusher Giant. They played an island, that means it's probably going to be harder for us to get something significant. We go down to 4. We draw. Misfall Bridge. And concede. Okay. Unfortunate. That was a really weird game. I think I'm going to run it back. We saw Fury, so I was right about taking out Memnite and Ginger Brute. Realistically, Metallic Rebuke is still good, but that game was just really weird. One lander I don't really like, but we would need to draw something to be able to Thoughtcast on turn 2, so I think I need to mulligan this. Okay, this hand's reasonable. Let's cut... what? Frogmite? Yeah, let's get rid of Frogmite. Maybe Memnite was the right pick, but I'd rather have a 0 drop to make Thoughtcast a little bit easier. And pass the turn. So they have at least 2 Blood Moons in their deck, since we saw them cast one and exile another one last time. Let's go ahead and play Cranial Plating. Force, perhaps? Yep, okay. Pass. We're not really incentivized to just run out these Memnites. Would they exile? Another Force. Okay, so they're down 2 Forces because of that. That's fine. They suspend Crashing Footfalls. Okay. Play Memnite. Play Memnite. Play Thoughtcasts. Interesting. 5. We can't quite play both of these, but I can play one. That makes Fury a bit less devastating. We'll pass. What's our opponent got? Misty Rainforest cracks, gets a forest. Do they have a Blood Moon? No, they have a Shardless Agent. Okay. So our opponent is deploying their 4/4s. We'd like to draw Thought Monitor, I think, the most. We do not, unfortunately. Let's pass. Leave back our blockers. And now we're in a situation where we want to draw something good before they get more Crashing Footfalls to resolve. They're going to have at least 1 and 2 turns. They might have more now already, depending on if they have more Cascade effects. They have 3 cards in hand, so they definitely could. There's 8 cards in their deck that allow them to get more Rhinos this turn. Opponent attacks. I'll take it for this one. Another Shardless Agent. Yeah, things are bad. Things are bad. We might be in danger. We're definitely in danger. Shit. Alright, let's play Ornithopter and Darksteel Citadel. I think we're pretty much just screwed this game. We can defend a little bit this turn and trade some of our 4/4s, but because we're trading actual cards for a third of their Shardless Agent, it's just not a very good deal, and they're still beating in on top of that at us. So I think we're probably just dead. Especially if they have removal here. Looks like a Fury. So opponent plays Fury. They kill one of these, or 1, 2, 3. We can only block 2 things, so we still take 12 no matter what. So GG's to our opponent. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright, final round with Affinity. We won the die roll. Very sweet. This hand goes turn 1 Mistfault Bridge, turn 2 Plating, turn 3 some Froggies and a Thoughtcast, it looks like. I think that's acceptable, so let's keep. Not quite busted, but still pretty good value. Let's play our land and pass. I'd really like to draw a Springleaf Drum. That would accelerate us quite a lot. Urza Saga, of course, would always be good. Basic Mountain from our opponent. Lava Spike. Okay. Relatively straightforward matchup. We drew Relic. Let's just play Cranial Plating here. And pass. So next turn we can go Relic, Froggy, Froggy. That puts us up to 6 artifacts, and we can play Thought Monitor. Boros Charm. Our opponent does not have any creatures, interestingly. So they probably have a terrifying amount of burn damage available to them already. Play Relic, play Frog, play Frog, play Thought Monitor, see if we draw anything that we can play. Sojourner's Companion, we can definitely play that. And target them with Relic just because I can. Alright, I don't think there's a reasonable chance that they could kill us on their turn, since we're at 13 and they'll have maximum of 3 mana. And then they're going to need to either protect themselves by pointing down at our creatures with their removal, or just die. Since we have 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage in play right now. Alright, opponent is back after thinking about which card to exile for quite a while. They exiled their Boros Charm, respectable choice. And let's see what they do on their turn, if anything at all. They untap. What you got, opponent? I'm threatening 20 damage, really a little over that because of Thought Monitor here. I'm almost for sure going to put Plating on Sojourner's Companion, so they have to use 2 spells to get rid of it. Opponent plays Searing Blaze on Thought Monitor. Okay. That takes us down to 10. They fetch down to 19 and get a basic mountain. So they're not going to be able to kill Sojourner's Companion, and they suspend Riftbolt. Alright, they're at 19. We can deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think that's lethal again now. We're pretty close to it. If we get a free artifact, yeah, it should definitely be lethal now. Go to combat, and mega lethal at our opponent. Swinging 21. Cool, cool. Alright. That was a very explosive Cranial Plating start. And against burn, we bring in 3 Metallic Rebukes, and we cut Welding Jar, Nettle Cyst. Not Welding Jars. Why was I thinking Welding Jar? Relic of Progenitus and Nettle Cysts. Because Relic does basically nothing, like we saw last game, and Nettle Cyst is a little bit too slow on top of being a very scary creature for them to play their best sideboard card, which is Deflecting Palm onto. This is a pretty similar hand. I think I'll just keep it. We have a couple more zeros, so it might be a little bit faster even. Possibly. Opponent plays Goblin Guide and gets in, giving us a Treasure Vault. Very cool of you, opponent. We go down to 18 and draw Metallic Rebuke. Okay, let's play Mistfault Bridge and Welding Jar. And pass. I played out the Welding Jar because there's a decent chance that they play Eidolon here. I didn't want to play Memnite quite yet because I like to increase my chances of getting to discount my affinity cards with it. Alright, what you got, opponent? They played their second land and fetched. They played Boros Charm. Okay. Puts us down to 14, and they're going to attack us down to 12. They have had a decently faster start because of this Goblin Guide. We draw Ether Spellbomb. Okay. Spellbomb's a pretty good draw because that means we can use our mana there, play Memnite, play Frogmite, play Thought Monitor, and now if we draw any Sojourner's Companions, we can just go ahead and cast them. Just draw Memnite instead. I'll go ahead and play that, and pass. Next turn we can play Cranial Plating, and we can either equip it or play Metallic Rebuke or bounce something with Ether Spellbomb. So we'll see what happens as far as that. We need to be conservative of our life total and actually block this Goblin Guide if they attack in. Boros Charms us down to 8. Does not attack. Fantastic. We draw Urza's Saga. Okay. So we probably just play Saga here for sure. I think I need to keep up Metallic Rebuke because of how high the probability is that they just have enough burn damage to kill us now. So let's play Cranial Plating. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I want to come in for 2. Just chip in at their life total a little bit. Increase the chances that I can get them all in one swing in a little bit. Opponent plays a Sunbaked Canyon. They have 3 cards in hand. Boros Charm. Resolves. Because of Metallic Rebuke, we shouldn't be able to die here now. Do they attack in with Goblin Guide? They do not. Okay. We draw a Memnite. I think that might sway the damage enough for us. Okay, let's do a count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not quite, but if they tap the Sunbaked Canyon, it will kill them. I think is how I'm counting that. There's a decent chance that they could just kill our Thought Monitor, possibly. Let's see what happens, I guess. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to be bold and attack with everything because this forces them to block probably Frogmite or just kill Thought Monitor, Deflecting Palm, and because they lowered themselves down to 15, they're dead. Sweet. No. And yeah, Deflecting Palm gets a lot of play in Burn right now because of how popular Hammer is. And that's the main thing that you need to worry about against them with this matchup as well. Since they took 2 damage, they're just dead now, regardless of how they block. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. And that gives us a 3-2, which isn't that bad. I would have liked to get at least a 4-1, but I think because we had some pretty interesting matchups, I'll just go ahead and post this one anyway. I'd love to get a 5-0 with Affinity on camera. For some reason, I just have much more of an issue piloting it while I'm trying to talk than without it. We open a couple play points, a Journeyer's Kite. Search for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Wow, that card's weird. And Sidisi. Sidisi's pretty cool. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. I have a few requests that I already am planning on doing from the audience. Somebody wanted a tribal deck or another tribal deck, so I think I'm probably going to do goblins for that. I might revisit the 5-color humans deck kind of soon, because that one's really fun to play and I had a request for that. And I'm also planning on doing Neobrand kind of soon. If you have any more preferences for things that I play in the future, let me know, and I'll see you then.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again. Well, basically, go subscribe to Tezzey's YouTube channel. And for those who made it to the end of the video, thank you.